Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Train Man, and we're back out at the launch pad with the Science Collector version 3. It's the middle of the night. Something like that. It's nighttime. Yeah, well, in Minecraft time it would be the middle of the night because the moon is all the way up there. If I check this, we can see that it is not quite the middle of the night, but it has been or will be recently. I'm not sure which way the planet's turning. I don't feel like figuring out. So, I went and did some science. I actually just researched one thing. I got the bigger boosters, of course. The bigger roosters. The bigger boosters. And now we're going to use them. Let's do this. We were, of course, still sitting on those, whatchamacallits. We were still sitting on those, decouplers because the rocket was... Well, you don't want it resting on the engines, so you sit in the decouplers instead. Of course, you could probably build some sort of not landing, but some sort of like the structural pylons, whatever they're called. I'm not sure what they're called at all. But I know that they're called something. Either way, you guys get what I mean. The landing, not the landing legs. One of these rockets is gimbaled. It's an LVT-45 right in the middle. So we're going to be pretty good on control as long as I'm the one doing the controlling. And so we passed 10,000, so let's tip on over. Here we go. Of course, we don't have lights or anything, so we're just watching this thing ascend in the night. Creepers in the night. No, we're watching this thing ascend in the darkness. We're gonna see how far we can get. Let's, take a crew report. Trash the data. We don't actually... Right. Let's observe the mystery goo. Discard. That's good. Didn't realize how high up there we were getting. Let's tip over using the other 3 command pods. Knobs. Figured if we were lucky we might be able to take this thing to Mun, but I'm gonna want to get solar panels first. Because if we get screwed over, I don't want to be screwed over. Also, my generator... Whoops. Make sure nothing's blown up. My generator design won't work because LV909s don't produce any electric charge. And I thought all rockets did, but apparently they don't because they're special. We're bringing that down because we want to make a circularized orbit, and then from there we can burn elsewhere. Oh, right, the 45s are a little more fuel efficient. I forgot about that. And we don't have the fuel ducts, anyways. Well, bye. Alright. Well, let's make an EVA report. EVA. EVA report. Excellent. Keep data and get back inside. I'm not sure if I knew how to do EVA reports last time. As in last time we played. Or last time I recorded, I mean. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and make a Munar flyby on this mission. And then if I can establish a free return trajectory and just slam right back into the planet, that'd be excellent. Although I want to have a really close Munar flyby, so let's knock that down a bit. I'm just gonna fiddle with this until I get what I want. Oh. Hold on, that was something. No, I don't want to be... I'd kind of like to pass in front of it on my periapsis. And did we do a Munar flyby in this save? I don't think we did. And to confound that, I think a 27-second burn is a little bit much. Alright, that's better. And that brings us back down at Kerbin. I know the better we do this, the closer the periapsis will be. No, that's no good. Other direction. Whoa. Whoa. We're onto something. Alright, 11,000 meters. That's perfect. We don't have the equipment, nor do I have the balls to go for a landing just yet. But I think we should do alright. By the way, if it is a little bit laggier, that's because I cranked up the textures on the ground. The reason I did that was because I discovered a very unusual clipping bug, and it was remedied by turning up the textures. So I have to play with a little more lag, and you guys can tolerate it a little bit more, but the game still runs pretty smoothly. Except for that. So in 15 minutes, we're going to do our burn. I'm going to try and be really careful, because when I was playing on single player, I tended to miss my burns, and I don't know why. I've developed the bad habit of ADD. We're getting down to burn time? Oh, look, squirrel. Just like that. Alright, let's do this. I know a lot of people have different opinions on when and where you should do your burn specifically. Like, I know that some people want to line it up so that half of your burn is node in T minus, and half of your burn is node in T plus. I learned from Scott Manley not too long ago that an awesome way to do your burn, or a good way to do it, well, what he said was do it as early as possible. And oh, that's not good. Alright, perfect. Just making sure that would help. Let's make another EVA report. I think it'll be the same anyways. Let's just check. Keep data. Get back inside. Yeah, alright. It's good. Oh, right. Water. If we made it over something else, that'd be alright. But I think it's a little bit early to do that. Maybe... What if I do it here? EVA. Where is he? He's over here. EVA report. High over curb and keep data. And board. And now we're going towards Mun. I'll try another one when we're about halfway there. Living on a prayer. We have about half our fuel left, so I'm not going to do anything with it. But I do notice that we have landing legs. I will go for a Munar landing, because I've done it in my other save. I'll go for a Munar landing once we have solar panels. And the second experiment, because that gets you huge amounts of science. I think we're at a good spot. Let's try it. Just high over curve and not discard. We already have that. Now let's go. Oh, alright. Let's try one here. It's going to be high over Mun, right? Yeah, high over Mun. Keep data. Board. Also, if you noticed, I changed up the, oh, let me do some of these mystery goo experiments. Observe mystery goo. Goo feels right at home here. I'm gonna try another one when we get wicked close. Wicked close. So we're still at over 1 million meters, and there. I don't remember what my train of thought was. Oh, I changed up the parachutes because on my other save they kept breaking when I just had the one. And I don't have the heavy duty ones, and we're not gonna have them for a while. Also, something I learned, which is do this whenever you're near Mun. Point basically down. Because I was on my other save file, and most stories are gonna start like that. Because if they didn't start like that, you would have seen them. But I was on my other save file. Let's get a crew report. Keep data. EVA. EVA report. Keep data. And I was chatting with someone over Steam, as you do. And oh, I thought our prairie abscess was... Whoa, 6,000. When did that happen? Did I hit anything, right? Hope not. But I was chatting with someone, and I looked away, and I looked back, and I was about probably 100 meters from Mountain Ridge. I was making a really low orbit, because I had just done my burn to leave Mun, and I was on my way out. And I basically came back just in time and burned just enough. And just barely misclipping the top of that. I may have actually lost a landing strut or something, but it didn't really matter because I was on my way out anyways. I didn't pay attention to it. I'm not sure if there was an explosion. If there was, I probably would have gotten much more worried. Goo seems to be less dense here. I'm not sure if we have the goo escapes into the water, but I'm just going to do the other mystery goo is less dense here. Because it's just... We're here to do it. I'll be coming back to do plenty of those anyways. And now we're just going to go home. I should have done a... Viewport. Transmit. Alright, that was easy. Let's just do Another EVA report. I think this is going to be the same one. Keep data. Let's get back in. Yeah, alright. This is going to be a, Alright, excellent. Keep data. And now let's head back home. We're going to actually have to use this engine to slow down, because we're going to be coming in pretty hot. I know, because every time I've done this free return trajectory and I haven't bothered to line up for the aero braking, it's always been, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. You're coming down at some ridiculous, ridiculous speed. Parachutes only slow you down so fast. Good thing is we're coming in over water, so it should be a little bit easier to have a decent landing. I'm going to look up and away from the ground. And we're going over 3,000 meters per second, so we're going to be getting those re-entry effects, as I was saying, pretty soon. Alright, and I'm pretty sure that would have killed anything other than Jebediah Kerman. Let's prop myself right side up, because I know sometimes this model has a tendency to flip over, because when we still have a decent amount of fuel left, but sometimes when you don't have any fuel left, the capsule is heavier and it'll just flip. Alright, we're slowing down, we're slowing down. I know the parachutes pop at 500 feet above the terrain, and I know the terrain is at 0 meters because we're coming in over water, and there isn't any, deviation in sea level in Kerbal Space Program or really real life. But there aren't tides in Kerbal Space Program, so yeah. Alright, Jebediah, we did it. Let's see what kind of science we get out of this. I want to make a Munar lander. In fact, I have a really, really good lander set that if I get all the pieces for it, I'll try and rebuild it. I'm not going to be transferring stuff over on career mode accounts because I don't know what I have necessarily. I'm not sure every part a ship is made of. I can just basically guess, and I don't want to end up cheating by accident. So I'm just going to try and rebuild the ship. It's not that complicated. And of course, as we get to the part where this turns back into sandbox mode, which is when we unlock everything, which is going to be a while, I'll be basically just doing missions to get ridiculous amounts of science. Also, something I'm going to look into on my other save is probes like Voyager, where it's just a little ion engine and giant solar panels or reactors or something. That's something I'm going to actually look into because I'm not sure how well those guys gather science, but you need more instruments for that, and right now we only have the mystery goo tests. These guys. And we're almost on the ground. Or rather, water. It tips over. And then we put it with that. And we review this report. We transmit it, because we can. And then we get another crew report. Alright, keep the data. Then we hit the magical recover vessel button. And we're going to end up back at the Space Center with a boatload of science. 209. Okay. Could have done better. But we did well. So let's go back into the back into here. This is the tech tree so far. This has those things. I mean, this guy has Batman. I'm gonna get this right away, right off the bat. And then this has solar panels, so I'm gonna get that. This actually has the ladders, but we don't have enough for that. This has the too hot thermometer, which we should be getting, but we don't have enough science for that right now. We have the advanced rocketry, which is some really nice stuff. We also have general construction, which is really helpful. I almost never get this. It's a decision. It's a toss-up between this because you get the nice fuel tanks. Wow. This I haven't gotten yet, but I know I will end up getting. This I did end up getting. I'm just going over stuff now. We have... oh, that's a barometer. I'm wondering where the gravioli detector is. I know the nuclear engine is somewhere up in here because I've almost unlocked it in my other save. I'm gonna get this, though, because it has struts, and we all know... oh, this is the thing I never unlocked, actually. I got this pretty quickly because I wanted the inline reaction wheel, which ends up being really helpful. But I never, ever, ever got aerodynamics. Only when something required it did I even look at buying it, because I never build spaceplanes. Ah, and this is this. This is going to come in handy. You'd think the tech tree would start all the way over here, because it moves this way, but it doesn't. Alright, okay. So we got our things. Let's go back in here. Let's actually see what we bought, because looking at the tech tree just kind of feels like gibberish to me. Let's just hit new rocket. Okay, so we have a command pod. Ren, it's like a whole new game. Control, nothing structural. We got these guys now. We got the tri-coupler, which I do use. We got this. We have the Science Junior. Wait, aren't... okay, I was just reading that. So we're gonna need this. That's obvious. What else are we gonna need? I'm not sure. I've looked at these. Oh, this one does it faster. No. Yes. No. I don't know why this thing is... I don't know why this thing is better than this thing. Oh wait, it's not. This one's actually cheaper. Okay, I take back what I was just saying. I feel like there will be a day soon when the price of stuff actually matters. Let's drop some of these on, because we know we're gonna need them. Let's get that in here. With this, because we don't really... we're gonna need more fuel than that. I got this guy. Alright, let's grab some... I'm trying to rebuild the science ship I have. It's a little bit unusual, I know. Alright, so that goes there. Let me drop some Batman! I actually got that from another video where someone made that joke. It was, I think it was Danny something or other. He's a bunch of numbers. I'm bad with numbers. I'm bad with everything. I don't know how to play video games. Hold on a sec. Where's my landing legs? Ah, there they are. For a minute, I wasn't sure if we had them, and I was very worried. That isn't actually how they are on my ship, but I'm doing it this way because I think it might be slightly better. The lighter, the better. Also, this thing uses 4 parachutes like that. And let me grab a Communitron. And then let me get out. Those. Alright. I think this thing at full blast might actually have enough juice to get off the surface of Kerbin, but I wouldn't bet on it. I know it can just about barely get off Mun, because one of my missions with this exact ship, I went to... Where did I go? Oh yeah, I went all the way out to Minmus and then worked my way back. I stopped on Minmus, planted a flag, stopped on Mun, planted a flag. Took samples on both planets, of course. Unfortunately, we don't have the... You know, the big things. The tall tanks. So I'm just gonna do all this like this. Oops. Not the same. They all have to have that same crookedness. Because the first one did. Alright, now we get the... These are the 45s. I think I used 45 for this stage. And I used 30s for the next stage. The next stage went... Let's grab these guys. I want you, alright. This is gonna end up being a little bit unorthodox, just bear with me here. Of course, what exactly is orthodox in this world of ours? There is no such thing as normal. It's a Morrissey line, for those of you who know of Morrissey. Of course, he says it completely different, but I'm not willing to sing Morrissey here. At least not today. Maybe catch me on a good day. Although I'm rest assured that, or I will rest assured that you guys aren't wanting of train men sung Morrissey. As fantastic as it may be. Speaking of fantastic Mr. Fox was a Wes Anderson movie. Not his best. I haven't actually seen it. However, Wes Anderson is not a bad movie maker, and he's coming out with another one. And all I can think to myself is, gee, what sad role will Bill Murray play in this movie? Because he's pretty much a staple of Wes Anderson now. However little a role he plays, like if you look at Moonrise Kingdom, which was a fantastic movie. Like, you never even know, like, why he has... Spoilers. Not really, actually. When you say you don't know, I guess it's not really spoilers. I'm not telling you that, you know, this is the reason. I'm just saying, you'll never know the reason. Why he has two black eyes, and he's like, I don't know, I think he just gets beaten by his wife or something like that. Something ridiculous, and he is the father of one of the main characters, and it's very, very funny. I mean, the movie itself, of course, it isn't a comedy necessarily by definition, but it is a very funny movie just because of the way it's done. But I'm not a movie reviewer. Generally, though, if you hear me talking about a movie, it'll be because I'm praising it. I generally don't like to knock stuff, like... Except for, you know, One Direction. I don't even know where I'm gonna go with that, or where I would go with that, but just bringing that up for a split second. These solid fuels actually weren't on the original rocket design thingy that I had, but I'm going to point out that it's much better with them. Speaking of games and unusual things and my praise and stuff like that, I recently saw video of a most unusual game. I'm sure many of you have heard of it. It's called Octodad. It's so ridiculous. I'm not even gonna go ahead and try and describe it. If you want to know about it, look it up. But it's... oh my god. It's like... WAP. And something else. I mean, the walking totally reminded me of WAP, just because it's... I mean, it's not difficult to do, but it's just like the guy bumbles... Octopus. Bumbles around. I'm not entirely sure of the mechanics of the game. It's all very fuzzy to me. But, it's still very unusual and very, very funny. The way things happen in that game. Let's get these 4 engines up here. Up hither. 3 of these need to be in their own category. There they are. And these need to be in their own category. We're gonna ignite. All 6. No, you know what I'm gonna do? I just came up with a novel concept. That's those. These 6 are gonna light immediately when the solid fuels go off. I know the solid fuels will burn much faster. Oh, we don't have all of the fuel in these, do we? Oh well, I'll add it in a second. But then when the solid fuels blow, I want these guys to fill in there. And then we're gonna drop these guys, and then eventually we're gonna drop those. Let me grab the rest of the fuel. Whoop. Why? Alright. Nope. Yes. Try it again in exactly the same spot and it works. That's logic for you. ML1. Mun pressure. Alright. Save. This is the ML1 Mun Crasher. Do we have enough time to go all the way? No, certainly not. Okay, well, I'm just going to take a mental note that I'm going to forget. That we did not make it to the Mun this episode, and I don't have time to do it. But, if you may, No, actually, we don't really have time. But I was gonna say we could take this out of the launch pad. Either way, this is the Mun Crasher. And I'm going to thoroughly enjoy using this, because it's such a great lander. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and fix up these, because how they are in my lander is actually really good and very redundant. I have a history, maybe not so much on camera, but I do have a history of snapping off landing struts. Because when my landing's getting screwy, I sometimes panic a lot. And then these guys are, of course, for landing back on Earth. Kerbin. These guys pop. Alright, so... Gus. Sorry. Let's snap... I was gonna say we could drop some more solar panels on here, but it's not really necessary. When I feel like it, maybe I'll get like a gravioli detector or something on this. Oh, right, that's important. Just in case we're landing on the dark side of the moon, we're gonna want lights. I found that issue pretty quickly. And I'm just going to drop those there because they're going to be useful. I promise you. Save. I'm about to say goodbye, but I want to take a moment to note that this is the new style of... This is the new style of titling. We're going to have the abbreviation, which is ML for Munar Lander, and then the number of the iteration, and then the name. All of these things are going to have a name. Like, my Duna lander that hasn't been tested yet is called Nowhere, which is kind of sad, but it was the first thing that came in my head, and that's what I usually use. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's check our crew. Of course, it ought to be Jebediah. And, wait, didn't these guys... Hold on a minute. If I remember correctly, it does resurrect the big three. That'd be Jebediah, Bill, and Bob. So, I'm hoping... Yeah, because we killed one of them, didn't we? Yeah, we did kill someone, and I felt bad. Oh well. Let's take him, you're an idiot. And you. Alright, so we have... Okay. Yeah, alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next week. Remember to post ideas for things to do. Well, we actually don't really need that in, career mode, because we can't do quite everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.